This is my predictions on the Miguel Cotto and Sergio Martinez fight. Okay, I'm gonna start with Miguel Cotto. Okay, Miguel Cotto, if you ask me, is a beautiful fighter. Beautiful fighter. Excellent southpaw fighter. He just has the techniques to get the job done. I mean, he good jabs, solid jabs. Keeps his opponents in place or backs him up. He's a nice fighter. Just look what he did to the Delvin Rodriguez. Yeah, he just took his body out though. A little bit of jabs was in there too, but he focused on his body because of the way Devlin Rodriguez was approaching him. So he just adjusted to that fight. Yeah, he's a good fighter. But let's talk about when it came to Austin Trout. When Miguel Cotto was fighting Austin Trout, he was fighting a beautiful fighter with a good counter puncher, a good tactical expert. And you're a good fighter when you can counter your opponent at good times. A good counter puncher. And Miguel Cotto has problems with that. This is why he lost that fight. I love Miguel Cotto. I love what he's done in the past. It's just that he has a hard time when it comes to real fights with real counterpunchers. The same thing happened with Floyd Mayweather. It's just that he can't handle counterpunchers. Now let me talk about Sergio Martinez. Sergio Martinez is a fantastic, beautiful southpaw fighter. I mean, he's like a Mexican Roy Jones, if you ask me. He just has it all. He has power, and he has knowledge in the ring when it comes to fighting. I mean, his overhand rights. I mean, Paul Williams didn't see it coming. Paul Williams was a beautiful fighter. He was a hungry fighter, and he couldn't take that power and that overhand right. Just put that man down. That was sad to see, but it comes in the territory of boxing, and just laid that man out. Same thing with how you say his name, Sergey Zinarek. He was counterpunching the hell out of him. Sergio Martinez is a counterpunching expert. He's just a good fighter. He punches when he needs to punch. He like Bernard Hopkins, like Mayweather, like Roy Jones. He's a good counterpuncher. He's a good fighter. He's an excellent fighter. Now, let me talk about Miguel Cotto again. Now, Miguel Cotto's with Freddie Roach. Now, Freddie Roach is a good trainer. He's also a good fighter. So I'm thinking Freddie Roach is preparing this man for this excellent counterpuncher. So what if we see a Miguel Cotto fight just like a Manny Pacquiao? With jabs, swift jabs, and getting out the way. Good counterpunches. If that occurs, I see Miguel Cotto taking this fight. I can strongly see him taking this fight. If he fights just like Freddie Roach says, it's jab to keep him away and counter punch, I see him taking it because Miguel Cotto has good power to knock somebody out. He has some strong power, some serious power behind his hits. I haven't fought him, but I'm looking at his fights. He has some good power. Now back to Sergio Martinez. Sergio Martinez. He's just going to counterpunch the hell out of Miguel Cotto. And let Miguel Cotto try to do some brawls to the body or come in like a brawler. I see him just getting tagged up. He's just gonna get tagged up. Let him hold his hands up like he was doing with Mayweather. That's not gonna work. Sergio Martinez, he's 39, but he's a hungry fighter. He's a hungry Sergio Martinez. He's just gonna attack when he needs to attack, counter punch. He's a nice southpaw fighter. That's the nature of a southpaw fighter, and we've seen that where Sergey Zinarek. And same thing with Paul Williams. If you ask me, I'm going to have to give this to Paul Williams. I mean, I'm not Paul. To Sergio Martinez. I love Miguel Cotto. I love that man. I love him a lot, but he just doesn't have the hand techniques, the hand skill, the hand caliber that Sergio Martinez has. When it comes to fighting, Sergio Martinez is the next Roy Jones. That's the way I see him. Sergio, he's just absolutely beautiful when it comes to. It's just entertaining to watch him now. Sergio Martinez fights. Even though I do love Miguel Cotto, I'm not saying I hate Sergio Martinez. I don't hate Sergio Martinez, but I can't see Miguel Cotto winning this fight the way his fighting style is. He's more like a southpaw brawler. You know what I'm saying? Unless he used that jab. If Freddie Roach gets him to use that jab, it could be an upset to me. It could be a serious upset. Let him use that jab professionally, like a counterpunch style of a jab. I can see him slowing down Sergio Martinez. All that moving Sergio Martinez does. But if he goes there and tries to brawl with him, you can forget about it. It all depends on what Freddie Roach puts in the ring. It's all about Freddie Roach, ladies and gentlemen. Because right now, I'm gonna strongly say Sergio Martinez. Because his hand techniques, his counter punches, his southpaw style, his overhand right, is not a game. And people don't see his overhand right. I mean, professional fighters, good fighters with good records, don't see that overhand right. I don't know why they don't see that shit. And that shit is very dangerous. And if that shit touches you, the punches you don't see is the ones that hurt. I've been in a lot of fights myself, and they hurt badly. Because you like, oh shit, look, did somebody else hit me or what? That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a nice overhand right to Miguel Cotto's head. That's what I'm picturing right now. Unless Miguel Cotto can jab him, this is going to be an entertaining fight because I could be wrong. It could be Miguel Cotto all day. I could be 100% wrong. That's why I have to sit down and watch this fight because this is going to be very entertaining. These are two classical, excellent southpaw fighters. I mean, these are two phenomenal fighters. So we can all just be upset and then Miguel Cotto might just take this thing. Because Miguel Cotto is still absolutely beautiful when it comes to fighting. He does have a knowledge when it comes to fighting. But I'm just going to say, looking at Sergio Martinez, he just looks really good. I mean, he sticks and moves and counter punches at the right time. His opponents just don't see what's going on. And he's getting smarter at his counter punches. He's getting more serious at it. 39 is not old. That man still has something left of him. He's still a young man. Sergio Martinez. I'm strongly gonna say Sergio Martinez. I love Miguel Cotto, but I'm gonna say Sergio Martinez. That man is a beautiful fighter. I mean, he's just simply an artist. And he don't get knocked out. He hasn't getting knocked out. That's why I'm sorry, Miguel. I'm gonna have to say Sergio Martinez. His techniques is just too nice. He's just a nice boxer, a nice counter puncher against a more of a Miguel Cotto, which is more of a brawler, southpaw type of a fighter. He's still a good fighter. He has a nice jab though. Miguel, you got to give that to Miguel Cotto. His jabs, will put you in your place. Ever just put you in your place and take you off your game. That's what I'm saying. That's what can upset us. If he jabbed the hell out of this man. If he jabs this man when this man is just getting frustrated, we're going to see a classic fight. We're going to see a classic battle. I'm sure Freddie Roach is going to tell that man what he has to do. I'm sure Freddie Roach is going to be in the ring too with Miguel Cotto. But I'm going to say, until then, my side is saying Sergio Martinez. Sergio Martinez all the way. What I would love to see, though, if this can actually happen, a Sergio Martinez and a Floyd Mayweather. That has to happen right there. If that's another classic battle for Floyd Mayweather, because Sergio Martinez, like I said, is Sergio Martinez. Sergio Martinez is another Roy Jones. He's a Mexican Roy Jones. A beautiful southpaw. Let me look at on the internet and see Sergio versus Floyd Mayweather. I got to get together with my friends. You know what we got to do. We got to have a bet going on, because that'll be a good fight. Sergio Martinez still has something in him. He still has something left in him. That man has no signs of aging. 39 is not old at all. I would love to see him fighting a Floyd Mayweather. But for right now, we're going to have to say Sergio Martinez and Miguel Cotto. And I'm going to strongly say Sergio Martinez. That's all I got to say, fans. Thank you for watching my video.